ora and welcome to the Tōtara Hospice Hub. We've got so many different services here, and did you know that 80% of our care services are actually in the patient's home? But here at Inpatient Unit, that's a really important part of a patient's journey. So today, we just want to show you around. How would you describe the difference of coming to hospice?
How can we help them? That's what we're trying to find out. It's not just about physical care, we've got lots of doctors and nurses here, but we will offer a full care package, trying to be holistic, so we're trying to cater for psychosocial, spiritual, cultural issues as well. We need to look at all of those aspects of care. We try to make this environment as warm and as hospitable as possible with simple little things like being able to open the window so that you can have the breeze come in. Each of our rooms has access to a balcony so people can actually get out onto the balcony. We are very lucky to have Tōtara Park in our backyard, so to speak. So in the mornings, there's a morning chorus of all the local birds. People really love that, being able to connect with nature. It's just literally a window away. And of course, our patients and their family make good use of the garden space as well. So it's really important. It's not just about medications and doctors and nurses. It's about the whole environment. That's what we're trying to have, a safe, warm, secure environment for our patients and their whānau.
If people are a bit anxious when they hear the word hospice, what would you say?
I think that it has to start with, what do you know about, the mahi that we do here? We can start clarifying maybe some barriers or some anxieties around that space. And we have a whole team that sits under our whare here at Tōtara, from the cultural, from spiritual, from counselling to the physical needs. Language is also really important. So having the right people to be able to talk the reo for our people is important, so making sure that we understand quite clearly on what their needs are.
Clarice, there's lots of wraparound services for patients and their whānau here at Tōtara Hospice, so tell us what allied health is.
We're not doctors and nurses, but we work very closely with them. So we may have a social worker who is able to access resources from the community for our patients and families. We have physiotherapists and occupational therapists, and they provide tips and tricks on how people can remain active and independent as long as possible. And we also have counsellors who provide emotional and psychological support. Then we have our team of Pasifika, Māori, Asian support workers who ensure that we uphold their spiritual and cultural values in our care.
If I talk about Pasifika family, similar to our Māori family and our Asian as well, we tend to come in a large entourage, but we accommodate that. It's actually encouraged, for families to be available, come into the space. We're actually sitting in the sanctuary. It's being used for multiple purposes. It does also cater for larger groups.
Kia ora, Andrea, I hear you're in charge of all these lovely nurses. How many nurses have you got?
In our inpatient unit, we currently have about 16 nurses.
All lovely, and I hear the food is really good here.
Phenomenal. We've got a great cafe on site which do amazing lunches and hot meals.
Oh, good coffee, yeah. That's important too. What do you love about working here?
When I joined this organization years back, when I came in, immediately I felt like I'm in my home environment, very homely environment. We're just like a family.
Oh, that's beautiful. Like family, that's a pretty good way to be, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And we value our staff and our patients and our whānau. It's just a beautiful place to work. Very homely, very welcoming.
Kia ora, Jo. So I'm getting some lovely smells coming out of here. Tell me about this kitchen.
Our kitchen is what we call the heart of hospice. We do our best to make our patients and whānau feel like they're as much at home as possible. We don't like them thinking that they're in a hospital environment. We have a menu cycle that we base our meals on each day, but we also have special dietary requirements that we need to cater for, and we also have cultural requirements that we need to cater for. So basically, a patient might not feel like the meal that we have on the menu, so we do our best to cater for their needs as best as we can. We pride ourselves on caring for our people throughout the whole of hospice. We're really proud of what we do here in our kitchen.
We always talk about mana enhancing, we talk about genuine partnership. And what that looks like for us is also being patient directed. So that's really important because it's their life, their choices, and how can we add benefit to that and to support that and their whānau. Ensuring that we respond and we respect those cultures, it's important because it's important to people.
So it's not about me directing the care, it's about being guided by the care. I often say that we're not in the driver's seat here. You're still in the driver's seat as the patient, as the person, but I'm here to be like your GPS system, here to try and smooth out the journey One of the things I hear quite often is, once I got to know you, it was actually really good, and I wished that I had let you guys in a bit sooner. So come along, meet us. We're very friendly. We'll greet you with nice big smiles.
Kia ora, and thank you for spending time with us today. I hope that, like me, you now understand more about the people, the services, the approach, and the beautiful environment that makes Tōtara Hospice a very special place.